I want to thank you all for coming in. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. This is Transhumanism, Gods of Tomorrow. Okay, in this video, what we're going to be discussing are just how people today are in a matrix. And one of the things that's really interesting to me is that all of these things are happening, and it's happening right under our noses. And when you share these things and you show all of these nefarious, satanic things that are going on, they just look at you as if you're crazy. I find it really interesting. You know, there's a particular country out there, I will not say its name, but this particular country made an announcement last year that they were descendants of the dragon. The next thing what this same country did, they have twins that have been gene edited. Now, what you do is when you gene edit, see, when you're editing out genes, obviously they're adding genes back in from something else. And this is the same country that said that they are descendants of the dragon. And then there's some really other interesting things with the same country. This is where the coronavirus has broken out. So when I look at all this, is this within a 9 months, 11-month period, all of this has happened back to back to back? Is this by mistake? Is there something nefarious happening right now, right under our nose, and people just aren't paying attention, and it's just business as usual within the hearts and minds of so many people, especially in first world countries? You know, when I look at this, I think of these particular people that will be on the earth when the Lord comes back. And one of the things is really interesting, it says during that time in Revelation 9:6, that's been kind of the theme scripture of this series we're doing. And it speaks within that, in those verses of scripture, says that they will seek death, but they will not find it. One of the things that's going to be happening is because in transhumanism, they will essentially would have merged with machine. They would have taken on fallen DNA from watchers, and then any other DNA that they can extract from and put within inside them. And what people don't understand, as I've said before in other videos, think about this. If you're merging, let's say DNA from a lion or DNA from like an alligator, last I checked, those animals don't care too much about mankind when they're in their midst in the wild. So these particular individuals, I believe personally, what they're doing is they are altering their DNA in accordance of who these particular entities are. Because whether you guys know it or not, these entities did have residing places, but they rose up against God. And obviously, we know what happened with that. When they did that, they lost the battle. But they continue to rise up against God and to deceive man. And now mankind has taken on these claims that he's going to be like God. Now, Gary McKinnon is a very interesting individual, as you see on the screen. He hacked inside of NASA's files, and some of the things that he found right there, he said he found a list of non-terrestrial soldiers. Non-terrestrial, meaning that these things were essentially from off-world. They were not of the same DNA sequence as we are. I believe personally, when it comes to the abductions and everything that's been happening, I believe this plays a role right in that. And see, now we have this coronavirus that's breaking out. Is it possible that these individuals that will be coming back and will be presenting themselves as our distant ancestors, will they say things such as, well, hey, you know, in our day, our ancestors, things like this broke out? And when I look at that, and as they did back in Genesis chapter 6, what did they do? They were able to lure man in with their so-called technology and get man to give their daughters over. Now you may say, how can this be possible? How can they do this? Well, one way they can do this is found in the book Zenith 2016. And over here, it says, and this is written by Thomas Horn, it says, the Nephilim were genetically manufactured beings created from the genetic material of various pre-existing animals species. The fallen angels did not personally interbreed with the daughters of men, but used their godlike intellect to delve into the secrets of Yahweh's creation and manipulate it to their purposes. And the key to creating or recreating man, as we have rediscovered in the 20th century, is the human genome. All I can say is this, people, There is a lie that's being told out there. And it can also be found in what these particular individuals, how they feel about mankind. And when they once walked the earth, it says in Enoch, chapter number 15, verse 11, and the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offense. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men, against the women, because they have proceeded from them. I want to thank you all for coming in. Do me a favor, give me a like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time.